Okay. So check video. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Where did it go? Holy. How do I zoom in and out? Damn it. Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. So, okay, that. I think it's just this. There we go. So what is the optimal resolution? I always have to change everything. The classic is just fine. So the current. All right. So can you hear me okay, Jenna? Partly my own fault here. Does it sound okay, or does it sound all loud, or any kind of screwed up anything? How you doing, Adrian? Trying to get this thing squared away. All right, slightly quiet. So I think I go here, go to settings. No, nothing there to do. Okay. Oh, that muted me. Huh. I'm using a new encoder. So the part that's my fault is YouTube kept saying, wanting you to switch out of the old classic view, and I never did. And I guess they finally got rid of it, and now I can't stream classic. I just moved it closer to me. A couple of inches makes a big difference. Video seems okay. But I really don't like this layout at all. It keeps saying the current resolution is 1064 by 600, which is not optimal. But it doesn't say what the optimal resolution is. So I'm not sure what else there is for me to do on this thing. Alright, well, let's just go for it. The only thing I'm not sure on if it named, damn it, I'm not sure if it put a name on the thing, unless it's this. Is it this title right here? Is that the actual? The one thing that's getting me is that when I look at it in the encoder, like if I do something little, like just shift the image inside the encoder, I'm seeing it do it. I'm about on a 10-second delay from what I see on the YouTube display. Alright, well, I guess I just got to do this here. Alright, well, here's hoping everything works out okay. I'll apologize in advance. I'll have to keep playing with the settings and get it all right. Tonight, got ourselves our third case of Star Trek DS9 Heroes and Villains. Break is sponsored by Blowout Cards. Here's hoping that we have more like the first case and not like the second case. First case was nice. Second case was a little weak. We did get the communicator pin, but I'd rather have a couple of solid hits than just one big one. Now, I'm not sure if I lost. I had taken off the autofocus, so I'm not sure if that reset. The one thing I want to say was Chris was mentioning that switching over to OBS now, I should be able to set up, if I ever do run the randoms myself, I should be able to set up one of my scenes to not have to use the camera. There's our first autograph. It'll just actually do a capture of the screen itself. Everything's still looking and sounding okay to start? I'm going to keep asking that. Let me try. The one thing that's a pain is I can't see the number of watchers. It's right in the spot where I need to keep my encoder. Yeah, no problem. I mean, I think somebody posted it on NSU, so I just forwarded it along. Either of you on NSU? Rules of acquisition. And here's one of the aliens. I actually, since Beckett bought NSU a bunch of years ago, every once in a while they'll post some stuff, and they usually like ask a question or something as a contest. So I did win the whatever contest number one, but I think it's the third. They're doing 3 contests, and the third one you win. It's either the contents of or an unopened box of Marvel Masterpieces. But I figured to be fair, since that I won the first one, which was some looked like some inserts and parallels from Spider-Man. I could do the Ultra Spider-Man. So I'm not going to enter in the other ones. Here's one of these. Come on. This is what you still need, isn't it, Adrian? The what are these, relationship cards? That one I'll sleeve right away. You know what I didn't do? Just bear with me for 1 second. You know what I did not see on here, and I don't know where it is now? Now, where is my... Now, I lost... my link, you know, to cut and paste into the break. I have no idea where to get that from now. You know what, I'm gonna post. Do that. So I'm just posting in the break thread that I don't have a clue what I'm doing. All right. Do this again. Okay. Now we're back. Are the wrappers super loud? I'm just noticing, you know, again, trying to keep an eye on this thing. That's one of the hardest parts about doing these. The wrappers are just as close as I am. How many cards are in that relationship set? I mean, I know you only get 2 a case. Sound of potential. Autograph number 2. I think we might have a... Oh no, we didn't get the metal card yet, did we? Here's the metal card. Let me get your card number 90. Ships of the line. Adrian, the cards that that you got yesterday, or excuse me, that I posted up for you yesterday. So for Voyager, quotables is the only rules of acquisition. Quotables, I think, is the only thing I had ever opened of Voyager, but the set, those orange acetate cards, they were pretty cool looking. There was 3 of them in the package you got. Hey, Josh. You want us to pull another Kira pin tonight? And autograph number 3. Okay, we start with Salome Jens. Let's see if I'm just curious about. All right, so yeah, it looks like I remember the no autofocus setting. Come on. Not cooperating. There we go. Second, we have Julie Caitlin Brown. And lastly, we have Joel Sweetow. I feel like you're going to have every single Star Trek set done. You know, hold on one second. Oh, there's an autograph right off the bat. Forgot to tape up my wrappers. Oh, so what reward card did you get, John? I went for one of the bigger ones. Was that 1,500 or 3,500 points? Rules of acquisition. There's our Aliens card. I know I still have to, I think I've been saying this for however many months now since it's been out. I never got my Game of Thrones Season 8 quotables reward card. And they're only 300 points. I wonder if they'll do a reward card for the complete series that comes out in a little bit. Rules of acquisition. And rules of acquisition. I didn't even get a chance to look at it. I saw, well, Josh, I think, got number 1, right? I think, was it Josh was number 1, Mike, was Mike number 2? And then Jenna, you were number 3? Autograph number 2. Anybody watching a football game? I forgot to record it. Here's our metal card, number 11. And autograph number 3. I have no idea what you're talking about, MMCC. There's our first DVD cover. Are you up in the Northwest where all the fires are? Susan Bay Nimoy. Paul Popovich. and Wayne Grace. All right, so 2 boxes in, we're pretty much on all the guys we're definitely going to get. Let's at least see one of the one better signature in this box. I couldn't imagine. I mean, the forest fires we have around here are so much smaller. I mean, autograph number 1. Forgot to tape up my wrappers again. Yes, correct. I am in New Jersey. Well, if you actually talk to anybody who lives in New Jersey, New Jersey is split in half. There's northern New Jersey, which is basically just New York. That's the part that's mostly concrete. And then there's southern New Jersey, where I'm at, which most people consider we're like boonies. We might as well be hillbillies. And then in the middle of the state, most of them, even though if you split the state down the middle, they would be in the south, they still pretend that they want to be up north, which doesn't make any sense to me. But there's our aliens card. Actually, the town that I live in, I don't know if it still is true. It has been for the longest time. We're the largest blueberry growing town in the country. Yeah, where I work, Jen and I are almost neighbors. And where I live, not so much. And here's a sketch. All right, so what I do with the base cards is I punish my kids by making them sort them. But my camera is not wireless, so I can't really move it. But let me here real quick. It's not. It's gonna hold on. I'm caught on something here. Just see off in the distance there. You can see there's a bunch of cases. That's what usually happens. They go under that table, and then they're also in my back storage room. But eventually, I sort them out. Oh, actually, and then I use them for. Tell you what, in particular, as long as they're not Topps Walking Dead cards, because Topps, I swear they do it just because of me. And there's autograph number 2. I mean, they come up with the worst fonts, and they're tiny, or they'll do light gray text on a white background, just anything to make it impossible to sort. Metal card number 20. And I mean Star Wars, like when they would do the black and white sets. Some of the sets that Topps put out, I actually have to, when I do try and put sets together, I have to do it by the title of the card instead of the card number because I can't read it. I've got one of those magnifier lights that I use to try and read the card number sometimes. What's up with Egg Harbor City? I don't know. What's up with Egg Harbor City? Something happened there? Here is a DVD. Two of those. But I don't understand your question. And rules of acquisition. Hey Russell, no, it's not that. I had to switch encoders. YouTube switched some things on me, so I was having trouble getting XSplit to work. So I moved over to OBS. So I'm guessing that it's just something with that. I'll have to just play with the settings. Charlie Brill. Everybody's favorite, Hillary Shepard Turner. And then at least a little bit better here, Bernie Casey. And Danny Heyman. I don't know how, yeah, that'll show up. A ton of pencil shading there on that one. Rules of acquisition. You know what we'll do? It's going to move it a tiny bit away. See if maybe your echo goes down a little bit. Maybe the next thing will be I'll have to actually get a microphone and not use the one that's built into the camera. There's autograph number 1. I mean, it's not a bad sketch. Now, Adrian, are there any card shops, rules of acquisition, within, I mean, and you're within 2 hours of where you live? There's our aliens. Rules of acquisition. What did I say? Danny Heyman? Yes, Danny Heyman. Autograph number 2. This is either metal. No, it's not Emily Tester. She doesn't do shading like that. Hers is more line work. Metal card 23. And autograph number 3. That's strictly non-sport. There's a DVD cover. I don't even know where Bushkill is. DVD cover. Oh, they're in out. How close are they to the Philly show? All right, we did a little bit better in this box. We'll start with Bridget Ann White. And Galen Gorg. And Nana visitor Rene Auberjonois. All right, good. We got our first duel. Here's our case topper. We got the heroes. CT1. I was just looking for card shops in. I don't think we had that one in the first break. Um, I think we got that duel. Not in the second break. You weren't in the second break, Josh. But yeah, I just look for card shops in general, mostly so I can get supplies when I need them. But even that, they're few and far between anymore. I don't know. I'm assuming that they're still open. I don't know, but there was one in Medford. I can't think of the name of it offhand. And then Evans in Evesham. And then there was a guy in Haddonfield. Bear with me for 1 second, please. Actually, the closest one used to be, and again, this has been a few years, there was a guy on, oh boy, what town would that be? Would that be Laurel Springs? Autograph number 1. On Shoes Landing Road. Maybe, I guess that'd be Gloucester Township. Card 57 on the metal. But that one, the one on Shoes Landing Road, that guy had been around forever. So he very well could have retired long before everybody had to shut down. But it is a real shame anymore. Card stores are so hard to find. Autograph number 2. And DVD. The thing about the card shops in general, though, is they're going to be, most of them are not going to be non-sports, or they might have a little bit in them. And I guess, I don't know, is it because it's a different media, but now the comic book shops, the ones that I know of, I only know of one that went away in my general area, but I can tell you, I think 4 comic book stores, and they're still going. Just shame because back in the yeah, I guess the late '90s, early 2000s, rules of acquisition. There was a great shop in Glassboro, Jenna, real close to us. Um, I don't even remember the name of the store anymore. The guy who ran it, who owned it, his name was Bill. But it was comics and cards, and he used to do the. Um, they'd have the like Magic or Pokemon competitions and stuff. Rules of acquisition. You know, it's funny though, like you said there, Jeff, is e-Pack hurts me, kills me the most, only because I want to open Marvel stuff and I can't. I mean, what's happening with Marvel Masterpieces is just crazy right now. I mean, people want to open physical product, and because almost nobody can get it, the prices are through the roof. And autograph. Okay, here are our autographs. Chase Masterson. Heidi Swedberg. And somebody made this prediction. Here's our first silver signature. Nice and clean, too. Terry Farrell. I mean, it's a win-win for Upper Deck, unfortunately. I mean, you think about it. Just say big Marvel Masterpieces. I don't know the numbers because I'm not a distributor, but let's say MSRP on that was $180 a box. So then they sell it to the distributors for $100. I don't, again, I don't know the numbers. Now they get to sell it for the full $180, and actually, when it gets to e-Pack, they usually do it for more than that. They'll do it for $210, whatever it comes out to per pack. And you don't get a break. You buy 1 pack, you buy 100 packs. You have to wait until it doesn't sell out before it to go on sale for a buy one get one or something like that. There's our aliens. We haven't got one of the Niners cards yet. Should have one of those coming up soon. You know, I say this every time we open up a case of this now, but the aliens cards, that looks exactly like something that Pacific would have put out in the 90s. Just something about that style, that design. Autograph number 1. Rules of acquisition. Oh, there we go. And who do we get? Looks like O'Brien. Card number 4. So there's one of the patches. I hear you there, Russell. Excuse me for 1 second as usual here. I'm half-assed doing the draft for the Game of Thrones archive box. Unfortunately, the person who's up to pick is in Australia, Adrian. I sent him a package recently too. It's I think his is currently stuck in Hong Kong. Autograph number 2. Here's our metal card. Card number 1. Well, Adrian can tell you. And autograph number 3. Ships of the Line. That's the only second ships card. I have a couple more of them coming in the second half of the case here. You know, with all these wrappers, got me thinking. I wonder did Rittenhouse have to destroy all of, say, like their Marvel reward cards that they still had up on their site before when they lost their license? Mark Allen Shepard. Bertilla Damas. And Shannon Cochran. Well, I guess the first question would be is how many, before I open this box up, I have to get some more soft sleeves. Just about out. As I knocked my table over. So I was going to say, the first question is, how many of each reward card do they make? I mean, they're not going to make, 5,000 of them, because I doubt they would ever have that many redeemed. So you would think on average they're probably going to, whatever I don't know what the minimum is to make, if they make, say, 500 of a particular reward card, except for ones like wardrobe cards. Or if any of them are numbered. Well, just like your typical ones where it's just an extra card from an insert set. Autograph number 1. Or maybe you go check on eBay and there's like an account that's been slowly trickling, selling them for years. Rules of acquisition. There's our aliens. Jumping back a few posts. Well, I've only seen 3 episodes of The Boys so far, but I definitely enjoyed it. I actually bought the first omnibus of it, so maybe I guess, two comic book, two issues of the comic book in. So far, I just bought it last weekend. Rules of Acquisition. And here's our metal card. It's DVD cover, D6. But not even the rewards cards too, but like how many, would they have any old replacements, some sketches or autographs? There's a Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man autograph. That'd be pretty cool. Autograph number 2. Metal card number 71. And yes, you are correct about inflections. Even some of the autographs were. I mean, when you have all of a sudden you have a, who are the two? Christopher Plummer, one of the other ones, where, the design, came from one of the old sets, and for whatever reason, either they forgot they had them. The one thing, though, I would definitely give Rittenhouse a lot of credit on, though, is that their designs, like, they think far enough ahead, and that they keep, certain aspects of their design similar enough that they could say, put a Leonard Nimoy autograph as a DVD cover out after he passed away. They're going cheap because you average 2 in each case of inflections. And rules of acquisition. I'm drawing a blank. Who was the oh, McDowell, the autograph relic. Even the Carl Urban, I mean, the design wasn't an inflections design. Well, none of them were, actually. They were all different. Now that I'm thinking of it. All right, we'll start with Michael Canavan. Camille Saviola. And Wendy Roby, Tracy Scoggins duel. I just have to jump over here real quick. Is Pilu Asback. I mean, he was a decent character in the show, but he does not go high in the draft, does he? Okay, and we're back. I thought the plumber was, well, you have to look and see. It's not what it's from. I mean, it's from Inflections. It's the design where it was supposed to be, which was one of the old movie sets. Autograph number 1. Well, if you the first thing I would do, I can't remember offhand, but if you check the copyright date, card number 60 for our metal. Ships of the line. Because you know it can't be after that date. Rules of acquisition, because that's one of the things that used to throw off with the Games of Thrones cards. Game of Thrones. Because the autograph designs were the same. Even the copyright dates, because they might have them copyrighted out from 2013, but not release them for a few years later. I'm definitely not as familiar on old Star Trek releases. autograph number 2. Rules of acquisition. Here's aliens. Relationship number 14. And autograph number 3. I don't understand the question. Do I go to any source? Source for what? Okay. I don't have anyone in particular. Most of the times, if you've noticed the breaks that we've done, they've been either we did the Rick and Morty stuff, which was direct from Cryptozoic, and then most of the other ones, it's when David Adams has them on sale because they are a Upper Deck authorized internet seller. I was also trying eBay, but the problem, I'm sure you've seen it in the Facebook group, is we're just, we're still small, so there aren't enough people. And like I've always said, this is not a business for me. This is just for fun, like it is for most of you. And I can't, go and just keep buying cases and hope they fill eventually. Caitlin Hopkins, just like the the Walking Dead case, the season 4 part 1 that I've got, that I bought however many months ago. Patricia Tallman. Because early on I was actually and silver signature, Michael Dorn. Because early on somebody had a Iron Man archive box on eBay, and it was expensive, but honestly, for what it was not a bad price. And I was trying to get enough people to, to get the interest to go and get it. And by the time I got close to enough interest, somebody had snatched it up. I mean, it was, I can't remember how much it was, but the Robert Downey Jr. autograph alone was at least half of the cost of the archive box. You know, it might have been, I want to say it was like $2,000. But there's been other stuff on there that I think looks really fun to open. You know, again, like eBay. Just, you know, the difficulty of getting enough people to warrant me going out and making the purchase. Autograph number 1. But if you're making a solicitation there, if there's enough interest, something like that only takes 20 people. Card number 65 for the metal. Now the multi-box mixer that I was asked to try, I have a nice big list of all the different boxes that I think would work. And my Walking Dead case, I might try and sneak it in there. Because most importantly, it'll bring the overall cost of the break down. Autograph number 2. Ships of the Line. Did he buy that case? Rules of acquisition. And autograph number 3. I don't know how you lasted that long. How many boxes have you opened so far? Rules of acquisition. Aliens. So 11 boxes, you don't even have a base set yet. You need a couple more, and but you were getting them from different sources, so your collation's probably a little out of whack. Rules of acquisition. This might be a yep. Here's a Niners. Who do we get? we got Kira. Okay. Deirdre L. Emersheen. Hillary Shepard Turner. And Steven Weber. All right, 3 boxes to go. We got to have one more. I'll talk to you later, Jeff. We got to have one more good autograph. Autograph number 1. There's our ships. You know, when it comes to Star Trek, who hasn't signed? Anybody worth anything? I shouldn't say worth anything, but any notable characters. Most of all, the main characters I can think of have signed, I think. Autograph number 2. You sure Paul Sorvino didn't sign? Why do I feel like I had his signature? I mean, pulled him from one of the archive boxes. 45, maybe like one of the portfolio prints. And then we're Julian Blaylock in Inflections. Was hers a cut? So you don't count that one? How about Dwight Schultz? Did he sign for Next Generation? You know, again, I know it wasn't. I just, because of A-Team. Hey, George. This case is definitely better than the last case, but I don't think we're going to top the first case. Here's a comic cut. How about from the first motion picture? Who was the main actress, the bald lady? And autograph number 3. Okay, CC10 is our comic cut. James Sloyan. Felicia Bell. And Alexander Siddig, silver signature. All right, how about, so from the first motion picture, the bald female character, whatever her name was, her boyfriend was the guy, and then he's been in a ton of those Lifetime movies, and he was in The Pastor, Father. What was that one TV show called? I can't think of it. Yeah, we should still hit another duel. And right, you're 2 sketches, isn't it? In the case of this, we just opened one. 7th Heaven, that's it. I had Party of 5 stuck in my head, but I knew that wasn't right. Rules of Engagement. There's comic cut number 2. Let's see. What about Kirstie Alley or Kim Cattrall? I know. Wait, Kim Cattrall signed, right? But I feel like I remember pulling one of those ones. Rules of Acquisition. Oh, that's a shame. Aliens. Autograph number 2. Card number 83 for our metal ones. What they really needed to do is, in one of these sets, have a subset of Galaxy Quest autographs. And autograph number 3. Alright, so here's hoping this last box has something in it, because I don't think we got anybody special in this box. There's our ships. And rules of acquisition. Comic cut is CC6. Now help me out here on the weren't we getting two sketches in a case? I was just checking my scans here. Oh no, we got. Oh, you know, we didn't get our relic yet. Well, that has to be in the last box. Just one sketch. Boy, why did I think we had two sketches? No. They all just kind of blend together after a while. Mark Alimo. Courtney Peldon. And Daphne Ashbrook. Alright, so we know we got our relic in this last one. The display panel. Oh, wait a second. Okay, now we get started. We're going to have a dual autograph in this one. That's what I'm feeling. Autograph number 1. Metal card number 38. I think it's going to be a middle of the road duel, like a Ferengi duel. Only because we have one good duel and one not good duel, so I think we're going to get a middle. I mean, I don't think we're going to get another silver since we have 3 of them. Here's our DVD. You know, this is one that I don't get, is the DVD covers. There's 7 cards in the set, yet the odds make it so that you only get 6 of them. Rules of acquisition. Autograph number 2. Rules of acquisition. I'm going to have to assume that we did not get one in the other 2 cases. Aliens. And autograph number 3. No Andrew Robinson for you, though, I am afraid to say. We just got to get our panel relic. Alright, what the heck? Where is this thing? Rules of acquisition. Okay, and there's our relic. Last pack in the last box. I was worried there that I missed it. I gotta go back through all these boxes. Okay, let's start with Leland Crook. Paris Yulin. And Chase Masterson, Max Grodenchik duel. So I was half right on the Ferengi. And this is one real relic. That's actually pretty cool. Okay, that is it. Let's do a quick recap. So you saw the reel. Our two comic cuts really weren't anything great. Alexander Siddig, Michael Dorn, and Terry Farrell on our silvers. Our duels. So you just saw the Masterson Grodenchik, Roby Scoggins, and then Visitor and Abergenois. Our sketch is a pencil heavy shade sketch from Danny Heyman. Show that again. All right, we'll run through these real quick. Harris Yulin. I don't think we got any doubles, so that's good. Leland Crook, Daphne Ashbrook, Courtney Peldon, Mark Alimo, Felicia Bell, James Sloyan, Stephen Weber, Hillary Shepard Turner, Deirdre Immersheen, Patricia Tallman, Caitlin Hopkins, Camille Saviola, Michael Canavan, Shannon Cochran, Bertilla DeMoss, Mark Allen Shepard, Heidi Swedberg, Chase Masterson, Galen Gorg, Bridget Ann White, my main man Bernie Casey, Hillary Shepard Turner. It is a different card though. Where'd she go? Just so we know, two different ones. So I don't count that as a double. Charlie Brill, Wayne Grace, Paul Popovich, Susan Bay Nimoy, Joel Sweeto, Julie Caitlin Brown, and Salome Jens. And that does it, right? And then everything else is, you know, all the different inserts and stuff. I will get going on these scans as quickly as I can. I would expect to see them all up tomorrow. Yeah. And no duplicates. I'm extremely happy, George. Or triplicates, yes, like Mark Allen Shepard, or the last case we had, I think, 3 doubles. So that's even worse. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for bearing with me for the technical difficulties while I got that all squared away. I'm going to have to still play with it a little bit to get it just right. And let's see, what do we got? Join the Facebook group, iFish73 Non-Sport Group Breaks. We keep trying to get some breaks going there. But, you know, like I always say, trying to get enough people to agree on one specific product is always difficult. Overall blowout cards. We're still trying to fill the TriStar Signature Series Live 2020. Only 80 cases of that were made, and I've seen maybe 10 broken so far. It's actually mostly sports. If we're lucky, we'd get 2 non-sport items. So not really in our wheelhouse, but seemed like a really fun product, just like when we did the entertainment one last year. And I'm going to be doing a different multi-box mixer. Somebody had asked. So it's going to be a big compilation of stuff from Arrowverse and Star Trek, Star Wars, any odds and ends that Blowout has up on their site that looks like it'd be fun to throw into a big giant break. So we'll get all on that. All right, guys. So thanks for watching, and I will see you all on the next break, which I don't know what that is. What comes out next? Is it the next Game of Thrones set? If it is, that's going to be a big one. We got 10 cases of that to open between all the breaks. So I'm going to have some serious carpal tunnel when that's done.